Back during slavery, when black people like me talked to the slaves, they didn't kill him. They'd send some old house Negro along behind him to undo what he said. You have to read the history of slavery to understand this. There were two kinds of Negroes. There was that old house Negro and the field Negro. And the house Negro always looked out for his master. When the field Negroes got too much out of line, he held them back in check. He put them back on the plantation. The house Negro could afford to do that because he lived better than the field Negro. He ate better, he dressed better, and he lived in a better house. He lived right up next to his master in the attic or the basement. He ate the same food his master ate and wore his same clothes. And he could talk just like his master, good diction. And he loved his master more than his master loved himself. That's why he didn't want his master hurt. If the master got sick, he'd say, "What's the matter, boss? We sick?" When the master's house caught a fire, he'd try and put the fire out. He didn't want his master's house burned. He never wanted his master's property threatened. And he was more defensive of it than the master was. That was the house Negro. But then you had some field Negroes who lived in huts, had nothing to lose. They wore the worst kind of clothes, they ate the worst food, and they caught hell. They felt the sting of the lash. They hated their master. Oh, yes, they did. If the master got sick, they prayed that the master died. If the master's house caught a fire, they prayed for a strong wind to come along. This was the difference between the two. And today you still have house Negroes and field Negroes.
But being friendly and being a friend, I think, are two different things. I think there are many whites who act friendly toward Negroes. A fox acts friendly toward the lamb. And usually the fox is the one who ends up with the lamb chop on his plate. The wolf doesn't act friendly, and therefore the wolf has more difficulty in getting the lamb chop in his plate.
I'd like to point out, though, that...
I say that because it is usually if you study the structure of the Negro community, economically, politically, civically, psychologically, and otherwise, it's controlled by the white liberal, who usually poses as the friend of the Negro, who actually differs from the white conservative in the same way that the fox differs from the wolf. Their appetite is the same. Their motives are the same. It's only their mannerisms and methods that differ.
I would agree that no doubt there have been a large number of whites who have posed as liberals and as friends of the Negro and who have time and again betrayed the Negro. On the other hand, I think one could point to a large number of whites who have struggled for civil rights, for equality, and have got little or nothing out of it, other than quite a few bruises.
Give me an example.
Well, the large number of white students who have gone into the South, for example, working for SNCC and other organizations.
Not working for SNCC or other organizations, working for the white political machines who benefit by the voting efforts of Negroes.
Okay, I'll be more specific.
What is good, my people? We are live, back again with another live broadcast on the Forecast. What's going on, Cassidra? How are you doing today?
I am good, Forecast. These were two great things. I loved it. Yep, I love it. We got a lot of stuff going on in our community. I came here and we were talking about the field Negro and the house Negro, and I used to say, look, if I was in the house, everybody would have been resting in peace. Do you hear me? They wouldn't have let me in the house. Everybody would have been resting in peace.
They better not go to sleep.
Oh, man. Not even eat. I'm just saying. Remember that woman on Help who made that pie? All the mass meatball sandwiches.
Damn right.
Would have some meatball and some gravy.
And give it to the baby first.
Oh man, I tell you, it's so good. I tell you, I love that. I was looking for some stuff like that, but the second one was gonna be good too, because he's trying to tell him that white folks was in for the struggle. He said, "Give me an example." He couldn't even come up with one. Give me one example how they in the struggle even now today. Give me a break. I don't know why they think they've been doing something for us. Where do they get that assumption at?
From
They always gaslighting, always. But I'm good. How about you today?
man, it's up and down today, Cassidra. I ain't gonna lie to you.
How can I help you? What's going on? What's up and
Man,
down?
I'll calm down. I calm down a lot, but I mean, y'all know if you heard the last live we was on here, Cassidra.
I heard I was on. Was that the one Sunday?
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard it, but I had to go to bed. I went to bed about 12, but I did hear. I heard a lot of it, and that's why I didn't get on because I don't want to talk about that. I don't.
Right.
You got black folk that's acting like we hypnotized, but you have some that are woke. But like I keep telling you, forecast 2/3 gonna die of us. 2/3. That's a lot of black folk, and this is the reason why, because they fail to see what's right in front of their faces. You got a grown man who's in his 50s who should know better and still talking about voting. What the hell is going on with us? For a woman who actually told you she's not going to do anything for you. But that's okay. They don't care. The media told you blah, blah, blah. The media told you she wasn't over the border, and she was. We know that was her assignment. That was her business. That was her duty. And you see the border, but they keep blaming Trump for everything like he's in office now. I can't make sense of that. Make that make sense. Make it make sense, black people. And then you have a minister, pork chop pastor, who is bringing that political party who believes in transgender, homosexuality, same sex into the church, into the pulpit. Make that make sense. I don't understand what's going on. Do you? And I can't make sense out of it. So I refuse to see it because I'm so frustrated behind it. And I'm telling you, whether you know it or not, they're going to do something where they're going to appoint her because she's never actually ran for a party, ran for anything, and they voted her in. She was always chosen. Everything she's ever done, she never had to be chosen. I mean, she never had to do a vote. They always chose that position for her. They're going to do the same thing for presidency. I guarantee you she's getting in there. Even though the polls are saying no, the Democratic Party is not going to give up that seat that easy, right? Because that woman will do anything, and I mean anything, to be in power. I rest.
Yeah, and and the thing is though, considering I'll say this, because we're gonna get into the topic that we're supposed to talk about.
Yeah.
But I do have to say this, right? Because
please.
Like, and I did the one Sunday on purpose. And now if you go look at, like, even though it's not even a lot compared to what it used to be, like, you look at the views you get when you sit here arguing about the lesser of two evils compared to when you're talking about some real stuff. You know what I'm saying? Some generational traumas.
Yeah.
Now I will say this though, Bakari did hop on here when we was talking about certain things, so I exclude him from that. I would say that, but the thing is,
but that's how black folk do. They always do that. It never fails when you're talking about something serious. Even on my TikTok, I have a TikTok, right? Even on there, the very important issues has like less than 100 views. But when I'm on there jacking and joning and acting a fool, I get 1,000 views, 700 views. And I'm like, but I didn't even say nothing. You know what I'm saying? But when you're really talking about business, black folk they don't want to talk about business. They don't want truth. They don't. They want you to lie to their asses because they are so used to being lied to that they don't even know the truth when they hear it. And that's the sad part. That's so sad. So sad. But I'm telling you, half of them ain't ready for what's coming. That's why so many are going to die. Unfortunately, it's not going to be but a handful. I mean, a handful that's going to be left. Unfortunately.
Yeah,
because they're not even preparing even now. And even though we're doing this talk and we've been talking about preparing, we've been talking about get your bug out bag, we've been talking about prepare, get your water, get your I ask me how many. Just do a poll. How many are ready? How many ready for what's coming? They'll tell you God got me. But even though you say that, he had David and Joseph to prepare, right? I'm just saying. But we wait till we in the midst of the storm to go and get gas. We wait till we in the midst of the storm to go and get your water. When water's gone, toilet paper's gone, and they at the store looking. It just make it make sense. It's
Yeah,
sad.
and this why I ain't even haven't even been doing live stuff with you, because it's like sad to the point where I'm like, yo, I don't. It's almost like I thought we was taking a step forward, but we took like 30 steps back. You know, that dude
Yeah.
LBJ, he said, "I'll have those N words
Yes,
for
he did.
200." That damn if he won't lying. Ain't that
Yeah,
something?
and Willie Lynch too. Willie Lynch, what did he say?
Damn
Willie
if
Lynch,
he
have you
lying.
read that letter? He said,
Mhm.
I'll have them what? They'll be like that for the next 3 to 500 years, 300 years.
Yeah, we on good pay. They did a thorough job with
They
Negroes.
man, but I
They
think it's
did a
more of a
thorough job.
spiritual matter also. Seriously, because there's no way to do what Willie Lynch has done for generations. I mean, and and you know, a lot of black folks say, "Oh, that's not a true letter." I'm like, all you have to do is read it to see if it's true. Read it. Exactly what's in it. It's happening now. So when they say it's not true, I'm like, you guys better open your eyes. Oh, it's true. More so than you think.
Yeah. Yeah. So, and let me say this so we could get, because I want to clear one thing up before, because now we was talking about this and I brought it up. I said on there, I'm not arguing this. I'm not going to argue with nobody online, offline. I don't give a damn. My mama. I don't care who you are. I'm not arguing about this no more. You know what I'm saying? So you can come on here and say, but the point of this channel has always been to, like, you can't just say any regular old talking points over here. You know what I'm saying? And like the point is, like, lately it's been on some like half revolution, half save democracy stuff. Like, black people really turned out to save democracy and all this other stuff, you know. And I tried to stay away from all of this, you know. But even then, right, you bring up my name because like when Bakari was on the thing on Kofi's live, you know, he brought me up, you know. Well, not like that, you know what I'm saying? But you know, he was just saying like I was making an argument, but what I'm trying to tell him is like, yo, when you be like, yo, a fact and without context is a talking point, because you could just say anything and be like, oh, well, there's a fact, you know what I'm saying? But then when you go look at the context of
Right.
what it is, you know what I'm saying? That's some, you know, that is some BS.
Right.
And the fact that is like, even you can understand it when it comes to Trump, because we're not going to sit here and act like the other side is any better.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? And you can't put that on us, you know what
Exactly.
I'm saying? So we're not going to say like one side is better, because we know that it's
No.
the Republicans do that to the poor white people. They're supposed to be doing that to the poor white people, like the Democrats is doing to black people. You know what I'm saying? And it's all a game, you know what I'm saying? Is and the people who putting the money up for these is the people really making the laws and pushing and all the other stuff, the people who's paying for the candidate. So if you ain't paying for a candidate, you tripping. But like, and then we talking about all of these things for all these years, but now you saying like, you know, this is the savior, but then you can't be like, well, I'm not saying to I'm going, but you are. Like, we all can see that, and that's fine. But you cannot say that this is for black people. It's for you personally. Fine, if that's what you want to do, then go do it. But you can't push something like, you know, it's just like whatever. And it's not like it's talking points. And this channel has always been like, the first things I was doing was saying, oh, these talking points, like, you know how they be like, the first slave owner was a black dude in America. That's not even true. It was a white dude. You know what I'm saying? Like,
but
all
people
of that.
will jump on the bandwagon and suck that in. So you hear a lot of white talking points, just like they really think that they're voting for somebody. Do you really freaking think that these white folk gonna let you put a candidate in office? Are you freaking kidding me? That makes no sense. And people really do believe that they're voting. They really do. But they have them so brainwashed. And I wish one day you would break that thing down, how that person is actually already been chosen. They've already been chosen. They're not going to let a group of people that don't know their plan pick a candidate. Because if they did, that candidate that we choose may be going against their program. So why do you think that they are going to actually allow us, the common people is what they call us, to vote, to choose a candidate? Come on, you guys. That's not that they make you think that. But they've already chosen who's going to win. So you guys go ahead and fight over, just divide your families, divide your relationships, divide your jobs, your business, walk in division in every area of your life, divide and conquer, and they got you. That's what they do. It's called divide and conquer. Period.
Right. And we sitting here divided over
Over who?
which it
Which
will be the
evil
best.
is the which evil?
This one is not quite as bad considering. And then this one, he might free himself from going to jail, and we're gonna hide from him because he's not going to let himself go to. But you like, didn't you hear the other dude I showed you? Like, yeah, we this is a agreement we have. We've never sent any of us to jail. We don't do this. You know what I'm saying? They don't send any of them to jail.
Oh,
So I don't know if you're gonna hide because the boy is out of jail. You know what I'm saying? But I hope he go to jail. I hope we get the electric chair. But I mean, that's just the way it is. I ain't gonna be hiding because of it. But some people will. But I want to show you this, because this is okay. So I'm pretty sure my brother Bakari got this from here. You know, so what they've done for Black Americans. Now you can't read all of this, but this is from the White Houses. So
they got all that. When did we get that? When did we get any of that? He said just for Black people.
Yeah, just for Black people.
Just for Black. Oh, all of that. When did we get that?
It said the lowest unemployment rate.
That's a lie. They've already proven that as a lie. They've already proven that that's not true. They've been fudging the numbers, or what do you call it when they divide? Lower the numbers. We already know that that's a lie. They have the most. They have the highest unemployment rate, and it's been debunked. Okay, but go ahead. I'm gonna let you go ahead.
No, yeah, okay, yeah. So they was like, so he was talking about the federal contracts, right? Awarded $10 billion. That's why I try to stay out of it, because like we're gonna look at the talking points, right? Awarded a record $10 billion in federal contracts to Black-owned small businesses in the fiscal year.
Where? When?
But no, I want you to see it. I want you to see what it is, though.
Okay.
Okay, so here it is. According to this, Black-owned businesses won $9.99 billion in federal contracts, which is less than 1.3% of the $774 billion in total contracts that were awarded in 23.
Oh wow!
This is the record.
Word salad again. Here we go with the word salad.
This is the right. So look, it goes by percentages because all of the presidents do this. It's just in the thing where it's just like per year it does it. But the percentage in 2020 was 1.39. Then in 2021, 1.35. In 2022, 1.32. In 2023, 1.29. And this year, 1.23. So it goes down actually every year. So you can't be like, this is like, just be like, oh, it's a fact. This is the most money they get, but it's by percentage, and this is a thing called inflation, This is what, but the thing is with my brother Bakari, like he understand it when he be like, Donald Trump gave the most money. It's the same thing with him. They do the same thing. It's a talking point that each side uses, but you're going to act like one doesn't. All right, so I'll even go to a government, the small business government thing, so they can't be like, oh, you're picking whatever articles, So they give you 100 for opportunities for small businesses, blah, blah, blah. I want you to go. I'm trying to find the charts, so we ain't gonna read all of this. So, all right, so here it is by demographic, right? So you get the 10 billion, which is the record, and so they increased 800 million. Right, but Hispanic, they get 10.9 billion, so they increased by 943. The Asians, they got 9 billion, so they increased by 2.1 billion. The subcontinent Asian Americans got 11 points, so that's two groups of Asians, 11.5 billion, which is 2.8. Native Americans got 23.3. I'm assuming the rest is for white people, you know what I'm saying, which is however much more for that, But I just wanted you to see, like, when you talking about this, it's just talking points with this, you know.
I wish
It
they
was
would give
enough.
us examples of the black people they're talking about, because a lot of black folk I know ain't got nothing from them. So I don't know what black people they're talking about. Who is that? I mean, how
Right.
many black-owned businesses do we have that's really getting some money? I don't know if that's true or
But
not.
but that's what I'm saying. Like I'm trying to find the article. I had it up here, but it was an article from before she started running, saying like, yo, we have to do something about black people not getting their fair share in contracts. But now all of a sudden, like they're gaslighting us to be like, oh, well, they're doing this for black people when black
That
people get the less out of anything.
they're
I'm trying to,
lying.
I can't find the article. Let me see. It might be, I don't know.
Just like she said, oh, we're gonna give 500,000, less than 500,000 to black people for housing, but we gave Asians, Indians 10, what, million or billion? Okay, that's a big difference. That's a big difference in what you gave black people. So how do we just get the 500,000 and everybody else got, whatever? I'm just like,
Yeah, it
I've
was.
just had it. I've just had it with
Yeah.
I've had it with her. Every time she opens her mouth, she's worse than Trump. Lie. Every time she opens her mouth is a lie. If you really fact check everything she says, which she don't say a lot, because a lot of it is word salad. It's just
All right.
words. It's coming out. Don't mean nothing. Or she said it before, several times before. So I don't think she has any new material. Everything is repeated nationwide, globally, or wherever she goes. You hear the same speech. I'm like, do you just have? Can you get a new speech for Pennsylvania? Can you get a new one for Michigan? Can you get a new one for Just get something new. Say something different instead of the same stuff.
But that's what I'm not understanding, because everything that we were saying, all of us was saying, like just a year ago or 6 months ago, all of a sudden now all of these things have been done for us, and we like, because look,
Yeah,
it's
right. They
saying
lying.
here, like
They're
it's
lying.
like this
They're
is in
lying.
May. They're saying like they're complaining about black people not getting these government contracts in
Right.
May,
Right.
and
But
that but now
now
they
they are.
are right.
Okay. Well, we all know that they lie. Just like they said, unemployment rate is down and it's skyrocketed. They saw that they were fudging. I can pull
Mhm.
something up on that one. We saw that they were
Yeah.
fudging the unemployment rate.
And this one from because Kofi, I said something on his thing. He just brought up stop and frisk for no reason, but because I was not, they was debating it with each other, but he's under the impression that there's no stop and frisk in America. But you will see here, many states have laws that have stop and frisk laws, and this one says 12. This one says World Population Review, so I don't know, but it says 26 states. But I want you to see this, here. Just a month ago, right? Or I'll go to the one in this summer before we go to a month from now. NYPD, damn, my bad. NYPD still using stop and frisk. Like, I'm not understanding what
That's a
don't
recent
we
report that claims the
understand?
NYPD is still using stop and frisk tactics.
That study zeroes in on the NYPD's neighborhood safety teams. Now, these are special units Mayor Adams said would be highly trained and supervised. Instead, the numbers tell a different story, with people of color making up the overwhelming majority of those being stopped. Fox
In a
Linda Schmidt
Democratic
joins us
area,
live
ain't that
outside a
something?
police precinct with details.
It's almost
Linda?
like it don't matter.
Hi there. First of all, to both of you, Steve and Natasha. Well, it is very important to point out here that the criticism from this federal monitor is not across the board with the NYPD specialized unit, the neighborhood safety teams. But the monitor is saying that some of the officers within that specialized unit are still using stop and frisk.
Oh, it's not all of them, just some of them. It's never all of them.
Exactly.
It's just the bad ones. You know what? We don't need to hear that. I just wanted to show you. So, still, it doesn't matter if it's the good
Well, a
ones
new
or the bad
report on
ones,
the
right?
NYPD finds the department is unwilling to discipline officers over stop and frisk violations.
It is a lengthy report, more than 500 pages long. Dick Brennan here in studio with the findings for us. Dick?
Christina Maurice, page after page, the report blasts the NYPD for not policing itself and for letting a banned practice, stop and frisk, go essentially unpunished. The scathing new report says the NYPD has failed to discipline officers who do not adhere to the court-ordered findings on stop, question, and frisk. The report, written by James Yates, a retired New York State judge, says that in the NYPD, discipline for illegal stops and frisks, even when substantiated by the Civilian Complaint Review Board, is not pursued with the same vigor and resolve as for other misconduct, and that penalties for wrongdoing, even when repeated, are rare. The report also faults top police brass, saying that various police commissioners over time have demonstrated an inordinate willingness to excuse illegal stops, frisks, and searches in the name of good faith or lack of malintention, relegating constitutional adherence to a lesser rung of discipline. In 2013, federal judge Shira Scheinle
basically use an N-word and you ain't no damn citizen, you ain't got no damn rights, in other words. But anyway, because I just had to show that because he was like, for some reason, they keep trying to use these like they're not doing the same damn thing. It doesn't make any sense to me. Like, Negroes is crazy. Like, what in the hell? We're done for it.
I just sent you the on your
Okay.
I just sent you something that started the unemployment rate. Just wanted you to see because they keep telling this going down, but it's actually not. It's actually not going down.
I ain't get it.
I texted to you in your I texted to you. You want me to put in your which one you want it in?
It didn't come in either one.
Oh really? Okay, let me shoot. Let me try it again. Hold on.
Yeah. But anyway, we will, and then we're gonna get to the point too.
Try it again and let me see.
Okay.
I'm like,
Okay, I got it.
Unemployment rate among Black Americans jumped in May. Yeah, they already said that they kind of fudged them numbers because they was trying to say it was went down. Yeah, right. Dude, please, ain't nothing go down with Democrats in charge. Black folk never ever get anything. So they're lying when they say, "Oh, you getting this, that, and the other." Please, you ain't just done nothing for Black people. Y'all lying again. And that's what they do. She lies. They come up with some stuff out of their asses and they lie about it. And you're like, well, who got it? Did you get some for Cass? Did you get some of that money that they said we got?
I ain't getting none.
Oh, okay. I must have missed it. I must have missed that line.
All I remember is the Haitians getting whooped at the border. I remember the Haitian president getting shot in his bed.
I sure do. Yeah.
I remember
dropped them off somewhere. We don't even know if they made it back to Haiti. I don't even think they went back to Haiti. I don't know where they at.
Yeah, they was in Mexico last we heard.
Oh, really? Huh?
Something like that. I don't know what happened to them.
Man, they couldn't wait to get them on their plane, huh? Kept them outside for days, didn't he? Underneath a bridge. Didn't put them in no nice hotels, did they? Like they did the immigrants, did they? Okay, I'm just wondering.
There we go. Can you see it?
Yeah.
He said unemployment rate for Black workers rose 6.4 last month from 5.6 in February. The spike was particularly noticeable for Black women who saw their unemployment rate climb to 5.6 from 4.4. And listen, I see it with myself. Like they be like, "Oh, they're from Venezuela." I don't give a damn where they're from. Like I've seen it myself. But
I've seen it.
And my brother asked me a question. He was like, "Yo, would I want them to come through our neighborhoods and do something to it?" And you know why I want to answer it? Because I'm kind of like, that might be the only thing that gets y'all to stop being scared, so damn scared and looking for a damn savior. That might be. We either get took out or we win, but it'll be over one way or another. You know, that might be the thing you need. You know, but that's neither here nor there. They're not. So anyway. But yeah, we ain't going on because I don't even want. That's why I didn't even want to talk about it. But that's the point, Anyway, so I want you to see this one thing too, and then we're gonna talk about it.
So they caught you, Jason G. Palmer. Do you know who Jason G. Palmer is? Yes, he was caught on social media. Yeah, he had an account pretending like he was a Black insurrectionist. That's right. And they caught his ass, a white guy.
By the way, if dudes are online talking about he a Black, ain't talking about patriots or anything, that's probably not a Black dude. And that's why I try to get them to understand about their talking points. You can see, like when you say certain phrases and certain things, you know, most of the stuff that you're going to say next. That's how I was able to do that with First Rifleman, because he comes with that Republican talking points. And you know what he's going to say? You're a Democrat. And then you know what you're going to say? Oh, you're a Republican. And that's all y'all ever do. Like, I noticed when I was a kid, I was like, how come when they get in, every time like a president does something, one side be like, oh, well, the Republicans wouldn't let them do this and do that. And then when the Republican president, be like, the Democrat president won't let them do this and do that. I'm like, that doesn't even make, y'all always blame the other side. It doesn't. And I was a kid and I ain't know nothing.
Well, she's blamed Trump for everything since she's been in office. I'm like, is he in office or you in office? Which one? Every time she talks, Trump stopped this and Trump called them and Trump. And I'm like, who's in office? Are we blind here or are we missing the point? Who's in office? I thought she was in office. You know, then they said, well, she's the vice president. But Biden said everything he did, she signed off on it. So, so that means she knew about it, but she didn't stop it though, did she? But did she come up with some new stuff? Hey, Biden, let's do a hate crime bill for Black people. No. Oh, no. Let's do it for the Indians. Let's do it for the Asians. Let's do it for everybody but Black folk. Because I'm not going to do anything for them. I already told them that. So they don't even expect nothing. And we really don't. We don't expect nothing.
Oh, man. Anyway, let me play.
Oh, my God. What is this obsession with Black people, white guys? Huh? Yep. Not every white person, but a lot of you. You just have to find a way to get Black people in trouble, huh?
Get me in trouble.
Just be a racist white guy. Just have an account. Just say, hey, I'm a racist white guy. Why do you gotta hide as a Black insurrectionist? That's fucking dumb. Don't try to pose like you're a sellout, a Black sellout. We have plenty of Black sellouts.
Enough of them.
Don't worry.
We got
plenty of Black people who will sell us out. Don't worry. There's this other thing that people were doing a couple years ago.
Yeah, I want you to see this because people thought I was lying because I seen this, and this was remember when Chicago was a violent place. Now they want to take it over.
Ain't that something? Take it over there, huh?
But I was telling people it wasn't Black people. They like Black people from there was messaging me like, "Yo, it's not us. It's like white people coming through with blackface on."
Yep,
you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And every time I said it, people like, "No, Black. You know, Black on Black crime."
Remember them gang members were saying that they was leaving truckloads of guns, truckloads of guns, and then they had barrels loads of just in the middle of the street, just in the middle of the street, guns, nothing but guns in those little barrels. I'm like, I believe it because I know I know how devilish they are. Those are Satan's children. I don't know why it's so hard to believe that. And there's like, nothing good about them. Nothing good in them.
Yeah, and like coming back to like where we are now, when you look at it, because now they're trying to actually take the property and stuff from people in that area. So I don't know what that was about.
And that's what they do. They make it so bad, right? And then they come in and swoop it up and raise the taxes. And then they come and people, of course, can't pay the taxes, so they lose their property. And then those white guys come in here and they bring the prices all the way down, and they go and buy up the whole block. Man, crackers! I knew that's what they was gonna do in Chicago. Chicago's a nice area. Downtown, it was wonderful. Remember, Cabrini Green used to be out there, the worst project ever. And then they got rid of them, sent those people out to the suburbs with no buses, no nothing out there, right? And tore down Cabrini Green, and now they got condos up down there. $300,000, $400,000, $500,000, $700,000 condos. Give me a break. You know, ain't no Black folk down there.
Yeah. But you know, because I wanted to show that because this was back in like 2019. I was talking about that before, like all that, but then like the pandemic happened, so I couldn't find it no more. But he showed it, so I wanted to show it again.
Well, I think they still do it. They wear these masks. They like real live masks. They look like human masks. Where these white guys would put on these masks to look like Black men, like robbing stores, robbing things, committing crimes. They just decided to do it. They just said, let's just get real live masks.
I remember that.
Black people. You see,
that.
Just some white guys that were obsessed with Black people because Black people.
Yeah, this dude right here, I was talked about it. He robbed the thing, and they was looking for a Black. They actually arrested a Black dude, and then his sister or something snitched on him, and that's why he got on the news.
Yes. Yeah. I remember.
But yeah, that's what I'm saying. I remember all this stuff that y'all trying to gaslight and act like we ain't just went through all of this. Like I remember what we was just talking about, you know, and we acting like it never happened. It's just crazy.
Bother them because we exist, and they put these masks on. You should see it. It's crazy, and so they commit these crimes so that black people can be blamed.
All right, so all right, now to the top, because that all of this does still have to do with the topic. You know what I'm saying? Like when people get in position, you know, like we would be quick to, because at the end of the day, that's what we want is comfort. We don't want equality. We damn sure don't want freedom. We just want to be comfortable, obviously, you know. So a lot of times people will get in positions or will be willing to take stuff from other communities, but will be like, oh, I ain't working with black people, or I ain't shopping with black people because of this and that. And but you're damn sure spend your money and all that with everybody else or work for other people. But you know, like, because I would say if it's the same thing, like if I can, then I will, you know. But anyway.
Doctors, they say Sutter Health, one of California's largest medical providers, discriminates
on,
against
Ra?
black physicians, and that it's been happening for decades.
Last month, we introduced you to a nationally renowned ophthalmologist at Sutter Health in Palo Alto. He filed a racial discrimination lawsuit against the hospital system. 7 other black doctors are included in that lawsuit. Tonight, 3 more physicians are coming forward with allegations of discrimination.
And they're speaking exclusively to our senior investigative reporter, Bigad Shaban.
Raj and Jess, these physicians tell us they were repeatedly bullied, harassed, and humiliated at Sutter, all because they are black. Now, for some, the discrimination claims are recent, but others tell us the racism they encountered at Sutter dates back years and believe the hospital giant has done little to cure it. How many of you have experienced discrimination while working at a Sutter hospital? All of you.
There was a toxic environment that just permeated.
I was traumatized.
That's like asking how many of you have experienced some crackers from white people?
Exactly. But this is what we would rather do. We would rather stay amongst them, knowing that the police has been infiltrated, knowing that the doctors have been infiltrated, knowing that the nurses are racist. We know all of this. We've experienced it on our jobs. We see it every day. But we have chosen to ignore it. We've chosen to just stay in it, to make our money, and then we'll stay there 30 freaking years, then retire, and then die because of all of the trauma for over the 30 years. We've taken that crap from them, and then our bodies have just given out because we've taken so much mess. Instead of us getting our degrees, and I told you about that one teacher, right, that came up to where I work. She wanted to, get in school, and she wanted to do her, she wanted to get out of teaching. And I said, well, why? And she was like, I can't do it anymore. I'm like, why? So you want to get into nursing? Do you not know that nursing is worse? The culture, the doctors is worse. I said, so you're going to get out the pan into the fire. And then what? I said, have you ever thought that you're in the right field, but just in the wrong vein? You understand what I'm saying? So instead of you getting out of school and coming together with them and just trying to swim against the tide, get in your own lane, create your own school, create your own, get some teachers, get some principals that are tired just like you, because there's plenty who's leaving the field right now because it's too hard because of all the traumatizing they've gone through dealing with those, toxic people, right? I said, so there's plenty of black folk. You can have principles. You can create your own curriculum. You can have a black curriculum. You can have a Hebrew curriculum. You can teach our children our history and culture. And I guarantee you, your life will be so much better. Seriously. And this is what they do. They get in the wrong vein, and even with the doctors, because I have a black dentist. And I said, tell me something. I said, why don't you have more black doctors in our neighborhood? He said, because they want the money. I said, so don't you make money? He said, yeah, over the years. He said it took longer. He said, but once I built up my clientele, I'm busy. I'm making my money now. I said, so why don't they want it immediately? They don't want to wait years. They don't want to wait, which you may only, you're still going to make money, but you may not, it may wait, a year or two. but you're still going to make money. But he's saying with them, instantly they come out of school and they're making money. I'm like, but look at what you're putting up with. Look at what you put up with, working amongst them for 30 years. Your health is bad, blood pressure high, cholesterol, you got all this healthy because you've tolerated a lot of abuse from them. And they're not going through that because they don't go through anything. Because you can't change their life. They can change yours, but you can't change theirs. I'll rest.
Oh yeah, facts. And yo, what's going on, my brother Bakari? And yo, I wish you had came earlier because I was showing like what you was talking about, like with these contracts and stuff, you know what I'm saying? But I know it ain't too much times to go back over it, you know what I'm saying? And but yo, check out like the last 15 minutes, I guess, But and you can say something if you want to, but yeah, I know Cassidra ain't got too much time today, but I could come back on another day. But I ain't, like I said, I ain't debating this stuff no more. But anyway.
It's insidious here within Sutter.
Doctors Kevin Smothers, Pringle Miller, and Yinka Davies had never met one another until we invited them here to speak with us. They're strangers who've just discovered they've shared a connection for years.
How does this happen? How does this happen to all of us?
The trio of physicians worked at Sutter Health in different departments during different time periods over the past 20 years, but are now sharing similar stories of repeated acts of discrimination from leaders inside one of California's largest healthcare systems.
All of a sudden, you're being told that you're difficult to work with. So-and-so thought you were yelling or they were scared of you.
You're intimidating.
You intimidated them. We're going to put you in this remediation class and learn how to speak to people. And all of that takes a toll on you. It was never about your care, but always they would find little things to escalate it to a completely different level.
Similar to Dr. Davies, I was labeled a disruptive physician.
Disruptive.
Yeah. If I was complaining about something that happened, like unsterile instruments on the back table, I became the problem. And it's really scary for patients.
You're asking for an ultrasound to do a liver biopsy. And they said, it's really difficult what you're asking for. And you're becoming really difficult to work with. And I thought, well, that's because I can't see where the liver is. You're asking for these things. And their way of handling it is really turning the problem onto you.
Rather than focusing on the problem.
Roughly 2 decades at Sutter Health. Dr. Smothers left just last year. Dr. Miller resigned in 2006. Dr. Davies departed in 2013. But in the decades since, she believes Sutter has done little to curb discrimination.
It's the same story being told over and over again.
So you want me to keep going, or you want to say something?
Oh yeah, you can keep going because this is what they do. They gaslight all the time. It's always going to be you. When you hold them accountable, it's going to be you. You're going to be the problem. I remember, and just once real quick, I was working at this recruiting place, right? And they was talking about my numbers, right? But I'm looking at them, I'm like, but I'm getting my numbers because the people I'm hiring is the one that needs the job. So I was told, oh, nobody else has a problem with this. And I'm like, well, what culture are they hiring? That's why they're getting hired, because they're hiring the white culture. But I was getting people that need the jobs, which was a lot of black folk, right? And they didn't want to hire that. So it was me. I was like, you know what? I understand. I totally get it. But that's what they do. They gaslight. They're never going to fix the problem. It's always going to be you, no matter what. So you can't hold them accountable. You can't say something different than everybody else because nobody's going to see it the way you see it because they're not going through what you're going through because they're not black. So when you say that, then you're the problem. Well, all of a sudden, no, it's been happening. Nobody has ever said anything. But yeah, go ahead. I'm loving it.
Okay.
Which is shocking.
Dr. Davies spent 10 years helping children as a pediatric GI at Sutter Health's flagship hospital in Sacramento. During that time, she says one of her supervisors secretly had a hidden camera installed in her medical supply closet, which Dr. Davies says only 5 other employees regularly used. She says a hospital maintenance worker who told her about the camera said he installed it while she was on vacation.
I thought, what? But he takes me into the administrator's office, which is just around the corner. And next to her desk was a live feed of this camera. This is Sutter. I didn't feel safe there.
Sutter Health declined to comment on the accusations, but has been forced to defend itself against similar claims. Last month, we told you about a pending racial discrimination lawsuit filed against Sutter by another Black physician, Dr. Omandi Nyong'o. Back then, Sutter told us in a statement, "We are committed to fostering a diverse and inclusive workforce, as well as a healthcare environment where all are treated equitably with dignity and respect, and provided the opportunity to reach their full potential."
Who or what do you blame for the kind of treatment you experienced while at Sutter?
Myself.
Leadership. And
Leadership.
the culture. The culture.
Never themselves. Never.
It's leadership that determines the culture, ultimately. And it starts at the top.
There's nothing more powerful than you.
It starts with the white man. But yeah, go ahead, Cassidra. What you no, yeah, there's no accountability for.
Never accountability. Never. They'll gaslight you and they'll make it seem like it's your fault. I don't just like, okay, for instance, we know the police department has been infiltrated, right? But they still won't fix the problem. What are they doing about it? They still shooting us and getting away with it. Nobody's holding them accountable. Nobody's saying, hey, we know the police department has been infiltrated. Let's investigate the officers. Let's see let's see who we're hiring. Let's see their background. Let's pull their Facebook pages. Let's pull their Instagrams. Let's hear some of the conversations that's going on. Let's put the police department under investigation since we know. The FBI told us, right, that they've been infiltrated. Okay, police departments across the country has been infiltrated. KKK told us that. So what are we doing about it? Nothing. So Black folks still dying and they still holding us accountable, but not the police officers. Make it make sense. That's what they do.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, and I got a few of these, but I'll try to show the ones that I can, because there's one video that I want to show you at the end before we get off of here too. But I'll play this one now.
Finally tonight, let's meet a St. Paul, Minnesota police officer who tells CBS's Jamie Yuccas this moment in time is painful and personal.
Officer Antoine Denson remembers the moment he decided to become a police officer. He was 12 years old.
A Caucasian law enforcement officer got out of his vehicle. The whole entire bus stop was black. He searched every single one of us. And so I took it upon myself to try to make a difference for my people.
I know some 30 years still doing the same stop and frisk. 30 years ago, he got stop and frisk. Now you get stop and frisk.
Not making a difference, huh?
Damn.
You became a law enforcement officer, from what I'm hearing, because of racial inequality.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And you get hell on that police force.
You know, that's the most hurtful thing when I was hearing, you know, you don't belong here.
Those memories flooded back to
Ain't that something? But my thing is, they have on the police force, they have separate they have separate unions. They have one for the white police officers and one for the black. So if we were really together, why are we not representing? You know what I'm saying? Why do we need to?
Right.
That speaks volumes right there. Go ahead.
Yeah. I mean, shit, they can't even have the one mix. I gotta have the black mix.
Exactly.
But black people get kicked out of their stuff, though. That's the messed up part. You be trying to be a part, and then when they need you to do something like, oh yeah, come sing and dance, Negro. We're gonna tap dance and be like, oh yes sir, yes sir. We sick, boss. We sick.
And be more than happy to, don't they?
I gonna save this country for you, sir.
to him last week as he stood among the protesters in front of the governor's mansion. The crowd yelled for the police to leave.
You can't come in here. You're not welcome.
A news reporter caught Denson in the light blue shirt on one knee, crying.
I told him I can't take my skin off. You know, I can say I can take this uniform off, but I can't take my.
See, why does black people say I can't take my skin off? Why would you even say some nonsense like that? Because we want to actually try to take our skin off, probably. You know what I'm saying? Like, so we could fit in. Like, it's crazy the mentality that black people have. Like for that to even be a thought in your head. Do you know how much oh, I can't take my skin off to fit in with you? I would if I could, sir, you know? Like, yo, I swear, I wish if like it's reincarnation or whatever, I don't know, but I hope I get brought back as a black man. I kill myself if I'm not. You know what I'm saying? But it's crazy.
Black man, Mr. Floyd, that could be me. That could be my children.
He said his tears were for his two sons, Jalen and Antoine Jr.
How do you have conversations with them about what's going on?
I just try to be truthful to them. I listen.
Listening, learning, and now acting, helping the community heal.
We can't say, well, that's not me, or we got bad apples. This is always us as a whole. We are sorry.
I think to hear you.
Yeah, it's fine. It's a black dude apologizing. Anyway, I just wanted you to see, just in the last, so this is 8 days ago. So Gaston County police discriminated against black employees by keeping them out of leadership positions 8 days ago. Okay, in Maryland. Okay, yeah, here we go. In Maryland. So it's a discrimination. Well, you see what's going on here, Cassidra, with black folks in.
On a story, the news for Maryland State Department, Police Department has merit and can move forward.
The department tried to have the case that alleges racial discrimination and unfair discipline practices dismissed. Tracy has more on what's next and what's at stake.
All right, so y'all get the point. This one is at Virginia Beach. This happened earlier this year. I was trying to find one that was like a month ago. That was a different one. But yeah, so it's not just the the doctors, it's the black police. Because it's really like, why? What is nigga? It's crazy. Man, what you think about that?
You know what? Sometimes you just don't even know what to say because it's so ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
You just be so tired, in every area, and they show you how they really are. And every chance they can. I was watching something, right? And guess what? They showed us on that little, just a little snippet of how they really are. And I go, no matter what, this is who they are. And they'll never change. And it's so sad how a lot of us don't even see it. We don't see it. We'll date them. We'll marry them. We'll, go call them friends. We'll call them best friends. We'll hang out at their houses by being the only black person there, then come up there and shock. What happened in 2024? This is still happening. What the hell? They never changed. They show you how they are all the time. Why aren't we getting it? Why aren't we getting it? We were told how dangerous they are. The FBI said the most dangerous is the white man, right? And every chance they can, they'll show you. They'll show a black man. Oh, wait, honey, please. Y'all take the cake. Always have and always will. You just had Abercrombie. Who am I saying the company, right? Them white guys, right? Oh, had that whole store. And they was trafficking them boys. Abercrombie, am I saying, huh?
Yeah, I didn't know that. Damn.
Yeah, they were gay, right? These white guys, and they was trafficking them boys, right? White boys. They didn't want black guys, black boys. They wanted the white ones, right? That they had a certain look, and they was trafficking them out. And I'm like, but it took 20 years. But guess what? They knew that before they got Diddy. But they said, well, we're gonna make Diddy the face of this, and then we're gonna arrest them. Of course, they always do that. I knew it was something else. I said, okay, now what's coming out after Diddy? I knew it. I said, okay, what's coming out? They always want to make our face the face of dysfunction, right? Then they'll show you the true dysfunction, which is them. And they've been doing that for years. They was having the same kind of parties Diddy was having, the same kind of company. They was having a little prostitution house with them boys, with them little nasty friends that they had that was having house parties, flying them boys out, flying them to the parties, flying them to all kind of stuff. But the one white dude got bail, and Diddy's still in there, right? Yeah, okay. Make it make sense now. Make it make sense.
Yeah. Facts. All right. And then this one with lawyers. This one, she's talking about overcoming obstacles as a black woman attorney. But I'll just play because this is a whole thing in itself, because we could have talked about a whole lot of things, and we brought it up last time with the black attorneys against black people. But I'll just play this one.
I don't take any great comfort in having to say this out loud, but the truth is what the truth is.
And Detroit-based attorney Lillian Diallo felt compelled to come forward with it, since she says in nearly 3 decades, she has never seen race-based behavior by a judge like this, referring to West Michigan Judge Karen Medema.
You might as well have called me the N-word, what she was doing up there.
Diallo, who battled breast cancer, says she was sick from the ongoing medication treatment. On January 6th, Diallo claimed she told the court clerk about her condition and asked to handle her client's sentencing over Zoom instead of driving 3 hours to the circuit court. She only asked because she saw the virtual hearing option clearly on the court's website, but was told the judge required she be in the courtroom.
I asked the clerk. I said, well, can I zoom in? No, we don't do that out here. I'm like, oh, but I was reading. I'm like, okay, fine. So I went in there because you ultimately don't want to put your client in a worse position.
Right. But Diallo fears that's exactly what happened. She confronted the judge after she looked over and saw another lawyer appearing virtually in the courtroom, what Diallo was told she could not do, later learning he too had a pre-existing condition.
The lawyer was on the screen, allowed to zoom in for the same kind of proceeding, a sentencing, right? He's white, and I'm not.
We reached out to Judge Karen Medema for her side of the story. Franklin responded. In part, she says the 20th Circuit Court strongly denies that racism was a factor in any decision related to this case or others. The Circuit Court was not informed prior to the hearings that Ms. Diallo was suffering complications of cancer, as court staff was only advised that she was in treatment without further detail.
What?
In treatment mean what's the difference?
What?
What's the difference?
Treatment? You know what the treatment for cancer is?
But my thing is, you knew, so you did know, but you didn't care because we all know what's going on. We really do. We all know. We all know.
But see, this goes to them lawyers who try their best to be a part of other communities, and they would sell us out for pennies, you know what I'm saying? Just to be a part of somebody else instead of representing their own. Because a lot of black people do this, like, and whether they be cops or anything, like, we just got this. A lot of people got this. Oh, I want to move away from black people and live around all these white people. I feel safer around all these white people. You know what I'm saying? But I ain't going to the hood because they might do this and do this.
Okay, but guess what? Look at what you're going through. You're going through a whole lot of trauma that we don't even supposed to be going through. Because if we were separated from them, we wouldn't be going through all of this. I'm just saying. For what we're gonna call each other? Races against each other? But they show you every freaking day. And they show you because they know they can get away with it. And what they're going to do is gaslight you. Me? Who, me? Oh, I'm not racist. I have a black grandchild. Get out of here with that. You have white women that are married to black men with black children who are still racist against those black daughters, those babies. And they've said it. They'll tell you. I'm still racist. I have black daughters and still racist. So we know that. We have people all the time say that. I have black grandchildren. Okay, you still racist.
Yeah.
Not us. They always gaslighting.
Yeah. And then I wanted to play this brother here. This is Judge Olu Stevens, right?
Oh yeah. Remember him? Remember him?
Yeah.
Did they get rid of him? What they do to him? Because he had to pay for what he did.
Oh yeah, I'll show you real quick.
Oh wow. They didn't get him, did they?
Yeah, they put him in jail.
What?
Yeah, this was like years ago. They put him in jail, made him apologize, and suspended him.
Whoa. For taking up for Kenneth Brianna's
boyfriend. No. For that was for not letting a black defendant have a all-white jury. They call him racist for that.
Oh my God. See what I'm saying about that damn gaslighting? They'll gaslight you in a minute, knowing that they wrong, but it'll be you. This is why black folk do what we do when we're around each other. We don't want to help each other because they're going to call us out on our stuff, but we call them out, but it don't exist. But they'll call you out in a minute. Oh, you're racist. We can't be racist, sweetheart. Let me just help you out. We can't be racist. We might be prejudiced, but we can't be racist. We have no power. And we seeing this now. So don't ever let me hear anybody call another Black person racist, because we can't be. We have no power. We can't be racist. If I'm trying to get a loan and a white person's trying to get a loan, and the white person is the person that's giving out the loan, how can I affect that white person's life? No, but they can affect mine when I'm trying to get that loan. You understand? But what they'll do is gaslight you and make you feel like it's you, and they'll point the fingers at you, knowing doggone well that they doing what they doing. But who can prove it? Who can prove it? Who's going to want to prove it? Because that's going to be a no topic. Nobody wants to touch that. Even though it's true, and even though they see it, they still don't touch those topics, do they? Even though they see what police officers doing to our kids. Are they holding those police accountable? No. You had a whole judge, and I'm going to try to find it, who told the judge, it was a Black guy, and he had went to court, and the white officer was saying, oh, he was jaywalking. And the judge looked at him, and I think I sent it to you. Did I send it to you, forecast? And the judge said, oh, walking while Black. He knew that. I think I did send it to you.
Yeah.
He knew that the police officer was doing it wrong, right? But he didn't chastise the police officer. He told the Black guy, hold on, just hang on to the end. And so now you're going to chastise after everybody's gone. No, you should have did him the same way he did that Black guy. Chastise him right then and there. He did say it though, but he still didn't hold that officer accountable.
Right.
But that's what they do. They're not going to hold their own accountable.
Yeah. And I'll say this, because, and they don't like it when I say it, because not only it'll be great to be like, yo, Black people is like, that's when you know when we doing something right, when we are racist. But the problem is, I don't think that we want to be. That's the issue. Like when I be like, yo, like I don't even think we will be, if we won't even stop them from coming to your damn cookout. Like, you know what I'm saying? We had to stop having the cookouts.
We'll invite them to the cookout.
We don't want to.
We get them the biggest piece of cake we can, the biggest plate, because we want to make sure they know we want them to feel comfortable,
feel safe.
Exactly. Get out of here with that.
And that's the thing, because a lot of us deep down is that fear, and we are looking for that white savior. You know what I'm saying? And the truth is, like, even though you might say or know that, at the end of the day, Black people is scared to actually face whatever may happen. You know what I'm saying? Even though we're done anyway. That's the crazy part. That's what it's blowing, because like we're late either way. But this way, Black people would rather have hope for, like, I don't know, a multicultural society or whatever it is. You know, I don't know if it's the white girls. I don't know if it's they need white dudes to protect them or to feed them or to give them underwear. I don't know what it is, you know, but apparently Black people do not want to be free. You know, we want to, I don't know. We want our, you know, like Malcolm X said, you know, is our house is burning down, you know, boss. Our house on fire. And I'm praying for a win, and y'all looking at me like, oh, how dare you pray for a win, boy? You know what I'm saying? We need to put Master house on fire. Where's we gonna live? I'm saying,
they
yo, I
put
don't
in
know.
that house. Still
And
sleeping out there in the little shacks on the floor. But
Running back to get
our
some.
house on fire. Okay.
Right, they run into the well to get some water back and forth to try to put the
Think
fire
I'd have
out.
carried one of the honey. I'd have sat there and looked at them fools. Y'all got to be crazy. Cassie, come on. What? I'm going to bed.
And then they get mad at you.
I'm going to bed.
They
Oh,
get
I'm
mad.
glad I went back in them days, because they'd have been like, go beat the hell out this girl right here.
You better not let Master see you not getting out there supporting
You
him.
better not say nothing. Say something. That's exactly what I'd have told her. Say something. I'm gonna beat
they
you
gonna
when I get done getting beat. I'm coming to beat you. So say something. I dare you. I'd have been so. Who they said they were right there. Because I'm gonna tell you what, I'd have held them accountable. The Black folk that were running their mouth, sitting up there always telling. Oh yeah, I'd have handled them. And that's what we should have been doing. Every time somebody told back in them days, they should have put them under the ground. I guarantee you they wouldn't be the way they are today. Because we never do anything. We never say anything. We just allow stuff to happen. We just allow them to tell. How did John Brown get caught? Somebody told, right? So why? Why did they take care of it? Why did they say nothing? Why did they take care of it? But that's what happened all the time during slavery. Somebody always told. And that person should have been taken care of. And not just them, but their whole family. Say something if you want to. I'm not just coming after you, but I'm coming after all your whole family, your mama, your daddy, your cousin, and your grandmama, and your great grandmammy. All of them. Seriously. That's the only way you stop stuff that goes on like that in our community. We have to handle business. And we're not used to doing that. They've been doing that since slavery and getting away with it.
Mm-hmm. I'm hoping they don't tell on us, but they right
Oh,
now
they already told on us. We already on the list.
they mad right now because
We
they're
already
like,
on the list.
how dare you not how dare you not go get some water from Master House? Put it out.
Dare you?
I'm praying for fire. I'm praying for
I
more
dare
wind.
you to tell that I didn't go get no water from Master's house.
Oh man.
I dare you tell.
So yeah, this is what you was talking about,
Stevens, who
Cassandra.
basically released.
They said we troublemakers. And loving every minute of it.
Cause Missy, they gonna get you too, bro. They gonna be like, boy, you know you got to save democracy. I mean,
okay.
Master House is on fire. We can worry about us next time. We can worry about
we've got to get the water.
Worry about our quarters next time. Well, I know our quarters on fire too, but I was already burnt.
Let our burn. I'll burn. We gonna help Master with his. That's
Lord,
crazy. Lord help us. Please help us.
And then my brother was like, yo, I tell me when you see like people getting lynched. And like the last one I did was like 7 people had got lynched in like the last couple months. Like it's crazy.
Oh, it's 20. I told you 20. I had counted up 17. On the live set, I had the names of 17 that got lynched. 17. What are you talking about?
And all of them was a mistake or whatever.
Yes, it was. They were calling them suicides. They're in code. I got the names. Do you want me to read the names? I got the whole names. Come on now, get out of here. What in the world are they talking about?
What's going on, Kamisi?
Hey, peace forecast and peace sister. What's the name again?
Cassidra. Yeah, Cassie. Your mic is kind of
too loud.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I was trying to. What about now?
Turn it down a little bit more.
Okay, hold on. Testing 1 2.
What about now? Yeah, that's much better.
Okay, yeah, because I'm having all kind of technical difficulties. I was trying to join y'all earlier. All right, is it loud now?
Yeah, it's like muffled.
Okay, now.
Yeah, right like that. That's good. Yeah.
Thing off of it. I'm trying to rig. How about now?
Yeah, that's good.
Okay, yeah. I was just trying to join y'all earlier. Yeah, y'all having a good fact-based discussion. Y'all you dealing with the reality. Matter of fact, you ruined all the fun. Y'all took away the fun about y'all got a clear view of the candidates. It ain't neither one of them about nothing. Dag. So I can't even come on here and crash out on behalf of one of these candidates and pretend like they saving us. They really
You mean
good.
they ain't saving you? You mean you didn't get none of that money she said she gave us? She said she gave black folks some money. You didn't get none? I thought everybody got some. Forecast, did you get some?
I've been crashing out with Camelites. I mean, my sister, my family. I got Camelites in my family, and man, boy. Like you said, they gonna divide and conquer us over this.
Hey, they doing it now. That's what they always do, divide and conquer. Then they're gonna get them niggas. Go ahead. Don't put it in there. Don't put it in there. I guarantee you it's gonna be the worst 4 years of our lives. I guarantee you it.
Well, you know what? We got to go ahead and get through this. We got to go there. So I kind of want Kamala to get in so black people.
She getting in there. Trust me,
exactly.
Oh, she gonna get in there. Trust me, the Democrats not giving up that easy. Oh no, sir. She gonna get in there.
I'm telling you, they gonna install her. Ain't
good.
It ain't doing no.
Because they know she can't win. They know she can't. So they gotta install her, just like they installed her to be your president, to be your the candidate. You know, we didn't vote on her to be a candidate. They just installed her and gave it to you. They're gonna do the same thing November 5th. Watch and see what I tell you.
They got all these immigrants with the phony mail ballots. There's so many ways they can cheat. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, but guess what? But they told them they doing the service that they can become automatic citizens. Remember, you know about that, right?
Yeah,
so they doing the service. They're already citizens, so they're voting now. That was on purpose.
And that was their purpose. That's part of the reason for dragging them over here. And I mean dragging them.
And she ain't closed that border yet, huh? And blame Trump for it. That's his border. Bitch, you're the one in charge right now. Why you always mentioning his name like he gonna do something? He ain't gonna do nothing. He didn't finish the wall. So what the world? Get out of here.
That's all the Kamalites. They immediately, they don't say nothing that Kamala does is good because she don't do nothing good.
She's not done nothing.
Immediately talk about Trump. You don't like Kamala, you must be a Trumpster. I mean, it's like,
what in the world? How can they say she's done anything? They can't. They can only blame. Well, you know, she was doing this and Trump stopped it. Well, who's president, lady? You or Trump? Because that's all I'm hearing. I think Trump president. Because Trump, this is Trump. I'm like, well, are you the sitting vice president or is Trump the president?
Right. But you know that when black people like somebody, when we'll come up with some shit. They created housing for us. I mean, we be seeing all kind of illusions.
He just saw a whole page of stuff she said she did just for black people after you said you weren't going to do anything for us. But came on a whole page and stuff. I haven't gotten any of that. I'm just like, well, did I miss the line or did they have a club? What happened? Did they not offer to everybody or did some get it? I'd like to see one person got anything on that list that they said we got.
Only the Kamalites can see it. They be hallucinating so bad.
That's what they doing, hallucinating. They didn't drink that Kool-Aid. I thought she acted like she Jim Jones. Remember Jim Jones way back in the day? Who had that? Yeah, that's how I see her as Jim Jones.
Well, you know, Obama said because the black men ain't voting for her, we drinking the Kool-Aid. Oh, he said, y'all drink. Boy, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I wish I couldn't be in the audience while Barry up there talking. I wanted to throw something at him.
And definitely Michael can't say anything. Definitely.
Exactly.
Michael can't say one. Have a seat, Michael, before we show your penis up there.
Exactly. That's what I'm talking. I was saying, Barry, you need to go home and play with one of your boyfriends. And Michael, you need to take your big
one. So what? He play whatever. He playing with him every day. What the hell?
Well, I'll just say this, Committee, just get ready to start playing. My president is black. My Lambo is blue.
Oh my God.
Cue it up.
Since y'all are just telling the truth, y'all on the level. Y'all, that's all I ask the people. Y'all telling the truth. Like when sister, you said, like, you say the same things I say. Like you see what's going on, you see what they doing to us, but we still be marrying them, still friends with them. You see what I'm saying?
Those are your best friends. Oh, that's my best friend. Not just a friend, my best friend. I do everything.
Best friends, we be best. I'm telling, and like Cat Forecast say, we want acceptance. We don't. I just want to clarify something that y'all said. Black people can't be racist. Let me try to offer some clarification on that. Okay, I am racist. Racist is just for your people, for your race. IST, the suffix IST for yes, I'm racist. I don't have a system of racism to do nothing to white folks with. I think black people need to be racist. We really should. Racist because the world is racist. Everybody's racist. It's just a problem when black people are racist, and not enough black people are racist. We're really not for black people like that. Most black people are anti-black.
That's what I was about to ask you, Committee, because like I understand like what you were saying, right? But would you say, because that's what I'm saying, black people y'all ain't got a race, because we had this argument, and you know what I came to black people ain't got a racist bone in their body. You see, we want to save democracy right now. There's more black people willing to fight for Palestine or something than Negroes. How is we
give a
racist?
dang on, and they blew Israel up right now. Israel, Palestine, all of it. I wouldn't care.
Exactly. But just tell black people they need to be racist. Don't run from that word. If white people are like, you're racist, you're damn right. I'm racist just like you and the rest of the world. I think we should stop running from certain words. Don't run from that word. I'm racist. Hell yeah, I'm racist. And that's what they don't. They don't want us to be racist because we have the ability to win the race. The problem is what's going on between our ears. That's the whole thing.
I agree with that 100%. I would like that. That would be dope. We'd be in the right position if we would be racist, but like I don't even know, because like even before then, black people was like looking at white people. Oh, look at the pale face. Come on in while they're dancing around. Come on around the fire. The original cookout. Hey,
if white people would disappear, we go looking for some. Wouldn't we?
Looking for I'm gonna go sail across this ocean and go find me a white boy. But,
oh man.
Yeah.
And like you said, like sister said, the mixed race couples, which I can't stand. the daddy or the mama, the racist, the white parent, they still racist towards their own children. Still racist. It don't matter that they got half black children. You know, I can't. You know what I hate? I can't stand to see black people with light-skinned children and they just love their children just because they look different than them. Does anybody notice that?
Yeah,
absolutely.
I hate that shit.
Look, not to put this dude on blast again, but he keep commenting. So, but now this brother here, right? He is a black dude, a black ass dude, in fact. Right. And he was like, I know I said I'll never come back. I just wanted to let you know I don't just have a white great grandfather. He said both of my parents something are white. Now this dude is black. Like you would think he's from Africa black. You know, he got a picture on his page, but he's saying he's not black. You know what I'm saying? And this is the mentality of what you was just talking about. You know what I'm saying? But it's a self-hatred, you know what I'm saying? But he always comes with this negative stuff, but it comes from like the stuff that Cassidra and me be talking about with the family trauma, because he'd be like, yo, F my mom, F my sister, you know what I'm saying? But like it's no telling what his mom and sister really did, you know, I don't know, but that's a whole nother thing. But
just more, but like you said, I mean, you're just showing how deep rooted the penetration is. I just go ahead and don't play games with it. I just say America's full of Negro pens and they're anti-black. I said black folks are anti-black. That's our main problem. We're anti-black. I mean, ain't that what that is? When you don't and we have to be anti-black because we have all of the advantages. Like we have, if you just look at it, the earth as a whole, we got the most people, we got the numbers, we got the land mass, we got the ground under our feet, we got the most ability. We always talking about it. We got the melanin, we got the vibranium, we got the ability. Then why ain't you ruling? You know what I'm saying?
Good question. Yeah, and listen, you say this, I want you to see, I'm only gonna play as much as I can before we get off of here, which is not gonna be long. But it said we made the Negroes in our image, you know, and I want you to see some of this, you know. Let's see, go from a conversation that y'all boy LBJ had.
Problems here, and I spend about 24 hours a day among them, and that's the only way to keep them quiet. I get insulted, but I don't let them insult me. We just keep on moving. Goodness. What percentage of Baltimore is Negro? 60% in our schools and 40% whites in the schools, 60% Negroes, and the opposite is just in the 60% whites and 40% Negro population. But they're concentrated, you see, all around the core of the city. We're building a beautiful city right here in the business area, but all around we have bad conditions. Could I talk to you on something very personal to me, and that in the strictest of confidence? Yes, indeed. I don't want anybody to know it but me and you. I just might have to urge you to come over here and help run Washington for us. Well, I'd like to think about it for a minute or two. We have 60% Negroes. We also ought to have some young, able, attractive Negro in the administration. We under this new reorganization, I told him I was going to get the best man in America to run the city. I rather think that I'm going to have to ask you to do that, and I would like to take a young, able, some fellow that could stand some training that was a Negro and put him in as an assistant and let you try to train him to see how it worked out, see if he could ever take the thing over when you got to where you felt up to it. But I'm just afraid I'm going to have to ask it, and it's a lot better assignment than Vietnam, although it's not a very good one. Yes, could I think it over and talk with some people here?
See, what he was saying was like, yo, to keep these Negroes quiet from burning the city down, we have to like take out the brightest and the smartest ones and put them into us so they bring into our. Well, I'm telling you, we're gonna have these N-words voting Democrat for 200 years. You just listen to me, white boy. Like, we're going to make them think that they're a part, because all they really want to do is be a part of us and love us. You know what I'm saying? They was the first one to die for America. They're gonna be the last one to die for America. I promise you that. You know, that's what he was telling the white boy. He was like, I don't know, because I don't like them niggas. Man, that's just the white boy words, not my word. But he was like, I don't like them, so I'm gonna have to think about it. See, he was already on it because he knew that black people then, because black men and women was not fighting each other in the 60s. You know what was happening?
Yeah.
The riots of 65 where black people was burning stuff. You touch that you touch that black person, then all of you gonna die. They was pulling white people out of the car, whipping their ass on the street all through the 60s. And you wonder why that stopped, because of, you know, we started thinking we was a part of quote unquote democracy. Now we got
and they got us good, didn't they? And now they really trying to make you think you part of democracy. They said, go ahead, vote us in. All them immigrants gonna have y'all jobs. Go ahead, vote us in. Because that's all they need is me for more years.
When we were snatching them out cars, whipping their butt, we was in there. We were in our right minds. We're not in our right minds now because we don't want to do that. That's be our temperament.
That's what happened when you let them educate you. They educated it out you.
Can I get to everybody to level with me on this? I'm gonna do this when I get my computer. I ain't been going live or doing nothing that because I'm trying to wait on this new computer. But I'm gonna ask this question now. This is just simple. Well, there's two things I want to say. If Kamala Harris was an actual black woman, a real black woman, which she is not, because because she doesn't even argue on behalf of her. Kamala don't even say I'm with her chest that I'm a black woman. Am I right? I don't hear her saying, of course I'm black. You can't deny my blackness. She don't say nothing like that, does she?
Well, she did say she had collard greens in the tub, so
But I mean, she said collard greens in the tub. She's hinting at it, but she won't say with her chest, I'm a black woman, which is what
that was enough. She didn't need to say. She told you she had collard greens in the tub. That was enough.
Collard greens.
That's all you needed to hear. Was them collard greens was in the tub.
Don't
you put yours in the tub? What's wrong with you?
What? But that's what I'm saying. This goes into my question. Could an actual real black woman, I'm talking about with two black parents, dark skin, you can tell she's obviously black. Could a black woman in Kamala's position, if she acted halfway as dingy as Kamala acts, can't make a speech without a teleprompter. I watched collard greens in the bathtub. I listened to Tupac in the 80s. A real black woman could not get away with none of this stuff. People would be talking shit, calling her dumb, dingy, and every name in the book. Am I right or wrong?
A real black woman don't even mention stuff like that.
Indian Karen is the only one that can get away with that, and that's what Kamala is. That's Indian Karen. She's the only one that can get away with that. That's what I just be trying to get black people to tell. I told my sister that she really couldn't argue with. She couldn't say me nothing. She knows doggone well no dark-skinned real black woman. We love taking a non-black woman and make her black.
Oh,
But
yeah,
a real actual black woman,
we would never receive her or
we wouldn't
accept her
support her at all.
at all. At all. Heck no.
That's the definition of anti-black, y'all. It ain't we need education. No, that's just anti-black. I'm sorry. I just tell the truth and be done with it.
Yeah, I mean, if you think about it, like you can't have two black parents and like do that because like Obama didn't have two black parents. And then the irony is most black people were like, oh, I learned from Obama, and then sitting here, then reverted in the last 6 months. Like, yo, I thought we was making moves. I thought like when Democrat mayors and all that stuff was losing, I was like, oh yeah, black people finally starting to like, nope. Like,
don't get your hopes
right
up, forecast.
Those are just people to get set up now. We can sit
we don't really get it until we're in dire straits. We're not going to get it until, even though a lot of black folk are not working, right? We still aren't going to get it until more aren't working and more aren't able to pay their bills and more are homeless than ever before. Then we'll begin to, just like when they, a couple years into Biden, people was regretting it, right? And now we're right back to the same stuff. We're right back at the Democrats' door again. Like we forgot the 4 years or 3.5 years that Biden was in there, and we wasn't happy. His ratings was in the ground, but now we right back at the door. Okay, y'all, come on back. Let's go back. Come on. What is wrong with you?
Is there enough pain? Is there enough pain to make us love ourselves? Like you said, we ain't felt enough pain yet. Is there what level of pain? I mean, because like the dog that won't leave the master's house, you can kick him. He'll make noise of pain, but he still loved the master.
That's black people. We love pain.
Exactly.
The more you kick us down, the more we love you.
I don't know if there's any level of pain that'll make us hate white people.
Look, we're the only group of, like my man said this before. We're the only group of people that have been enslaved 3 times in the last 1,000 years. You know what I'm saying? Like
I thought it was more than 3 times. No, just 3 times, Farkas?
I might have missed one. It might be 4 or 5. But
yeah, we've been in there long enough to know better, but no.
Indians, and then probably Asians too. Probably 4.
We was probably enslaved the whole 1,000 years.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Slavery had
during 1,000 years,
and slavery wasn't enough to make us be like, enough is enough. Think about that.
No, that's the sad part about it. Our ancestors separated us, and we slapped them in the face. What you doing? Separating us from our masters. What in the world? I'm going back over here, and we went right back to Egypt. That's the sad part about it. Knowing how we were treated over there, but you turned around and took us right back to the jungle. What the hell? Who does that? Who does that? That's mental illness. You didn't got out. You didn't got beat down. You didn't got hung. You didn't got burned. You didn't got beat. What more can you do? That's not enough.
Now,
then you turn around and gave your children to them. Gave them your children. Wow. We're done. We're done.
Well, it's a couple of things. Is that a biblical reference you was talking about Egypt and going back to the jungle?
Did we go back?
Is that historical or biblical?
Did we go back?
No, I'm asking.
I'm referring to the Bible. We went back.
Oh,
who you think that was? Who you think that was? That was us. We went back. We came out of Egypt. Then we turned around doing slavery when they separated us, and we went right back to them. How much sense does that make? None to me.
Well, even the Bible. Do you believe the Bible is the word of God?
Well, no, we ain't even gonna get into that because I'll try to we're gonna end it in a little while.
I won't go get deep. I was just going to make the point that we if you believe the Bible is the word of God, then that's a stronghold right there. You believe the white man is the custodian of the word of God. Who can slap a group of books together, say that is the word of God, the God only spoke one time, I guess, and he ain't spoke none since then. How can we say that's the word of God? Ain't that psychological domination? I'm gonna just leave it right there. I just want.
Well, who
I
said
just
he's
want to
not
put that
speaking?
out
Has
there.
he not spoken to you? Have you never heard God speak?
Well,
Just
if
say
I
he's not
write it
spoken.
down,
Just say he's not
See, this
spoken
is
to
what I'm
you.
saying.
I
See,
can
this
Just
is
do
say
it.
what
he's not. No,
All
hold
right.
on. That's the question. Just say that he's not spoken to you.
I didn't say that. Once
I'm just
again,
saying. I'm just
well,
saying.
well, if I
You
write
said
it
your
down,
statement, and
Now
I just said
hold on,
mine.
y'all. All right,
if
because I
I
want
write it down, then that'll be an updated Bible. Then why the Bible? How is it the so-called Bible is
see, hold
limited?
on.
Books
Well,
get
it's
packed
bother you when
together.
somebody believes in something that you don't believe in. If you don't believe, then that's up to you. Period.
Right,
You
right.
Why make it
you're
personal?
not
No, no,
answering.
no.
I
Why
hold on,
make it
Committee.
personal? Why make
Oh,
it
okay. So
personal? If you don't
you're a
believe,
Bible person. All
it's
right, all right.
okay. We don't
No,
have to
this,
not believe because
That's
you don't
what
believe.
that's the
Everybody
limits
is
of it.
different.
All right, this is where I
no,
get
hold
off
on.
at. This is where
No,
I'm gonna
hold
get
on.
off. I see I didn't offend you. I'm gonna get off.
No,
Oh
hold on.
God,
Time
no!
out.
I didn't offend you. Nah, you pissed. Oh, you
No.
killing me. I got answers for all that you asked me, but I don't want to tie up forecast show. But I can answer all your questions. Best
Now,
believe.
hold
You
on,
don't have to answer any of them because I didn't ask you one.
Yo, Committee, calm down. I wanted y'all both to see this though. This is why I wanted to stop you. I didn't want to get it.
I'm good.
That's why we like leave the whole, because that's gonna lead to more arguments. This is what I'm saying, you know.
Yeah, the
'Cause we're
limit.
gonna, that's why
So
I
the
say
word
like
of
we
God
gonna
is white people are
no, hold
superior.
on, Taco,
Word of God, bro.
chill.
Okay, I'm
Hold
done.
on.
White people are not
I want y'all to see
you
this.
don't know that you're more
To the word
superior
of God.
than you.
Lord, I must. All right, so hold on. I want y'all to see this. This is what I'm saying, right? This is the whole point. We made Negroes in our image. You know what I'm saying? This is what we're talking about. So I want y'all to see part of this, you know, before we get off of here.
It's you liberals who have lifted them up, Howard.
Oh, I like
you
this
conservatives make a mistake.
You need to
You
sing
can't
this to me.
afford to strangle hope in people. Without hope, people become dangerous.
No, Howard, you liberals have let them invade our society. You give them jobs, political jobs.
Oh, you missed the point. It's only the smart ones we move up.
That makes it even worse.
No, we have to move them up. If we leave a smart one in the ghetto, he might develop into a leader against us. But if we raise him up into white society, we neutralize him. He feels compelled to try to act like us. He loses his identity and his racial anger, if he has any. He becomes alien to his brothers. They realize he sold them out and they grow to hate him. He becomes worthless to them and safe for us. No, thank you. In fact, in his love for the creature comforts, except for his color, he's become one of us.
The political psychology of Black consciousness. Sociopathology precedes psychopathology. Collective pathology precedes individual pathology. That is, diseased social interactions between groups generate diseased social interactions within groups. And furthermore, diseased social interactions within groups generate diseased psychological interactions within individuals who are their constituents. The discontents of individuals reflect the discontents of groups, and the discontents of societies and cultures they constitute. The great chain of discontents inextricably binds together individual, group, society, and culture. The character and conduct of groups and individuals, however labeled and characterized, whether judged to be good or evil, superior or inferior, are the products of historic intergroup, intragroup, and interpersonal relations, and can only be meaningfully understood in terms of these relations. The character and behavior of African American individuals, whether labeled normal or abnormal, can only be fully and accurately comprehended along with the process and purpose of labeling itself in terms of the historic power relations between dominant European American and subordinate African American groups. White domination and Black subordination involve special types of social power relations constructed predominantly by whites in order that they might receive certain material and non-material benefits thereby. These social power relations involve social practices and processes which mediate the white American socioeconomic, sociopolitical, socio-psychological manipulation and construction of Black consciousness and behavior. Under white supremacy, Black consciousness and behavior are socially manufactured, labeled, and judged by whites in ways constant with their social control and expropriation of Black natural and acquired human resources. The normality or abnormality of Black consciousness and behavior are so classified with reference to the degree to which they support or oppose to the continuity of white supremacy. Normal Black consciousness and behavior under the various regimes of white domination are characterized by habitual thought patterns and behavioral tendencies, which render them pliable to white authoritarian and authoritative social control with minimal resistance, which induce Blacks to accept their subordinate status as natural, perhaps actually to misperceive their opposite as freedom. Abnormal Black consciousness and behavior under white supremacy involve habitual thought patterns and behavioral tendencies in Blacks, which make their social control by whites intolerably difficult or ineffective, which induces them to protest, resist, and reject their subordinate status as destined or natural, to perceive their opposition as unfreedom.
All right, so yeah, Kamisi, you wanted to say something, my brother, about that?
Nah, I was just I need to listen to him more because he's breaking down the psychology, and psychologists are my favorite people when it comes to Black freedom. Dr. Wilson, Amos Wilson, even though I don't think he was a psychologist, he deals with the workings of the mind. Bobby Wright, and he was breaking down. Yeah, well, in line with what he's saying. And please don't shoot me. I'm inviting everybody to this level of freedom. I feel like the white man does not produce the word of God for me. He cannot slap together a group of books, call it the word of God, and I accepted it. I did that. They beat me across the head with that all my life. I'm of age now that I can fully reject that notion. And as long as we believe the white man is the custodian of the word of God, that meaning the definite article, the meaning he only spoke one time a long time ago, the word of God is limited to some books that some white folks slapped together. I ain't saying don't read it. I ain't saying there ain't some stuff in there that's true, but calling it the word of God and believing it to be the word of God, that's total and complete psychological domination, whether you see it or not. Now, if you accept that as your truth and all of that, fine. I'm just inviting you to the world of free thought. Please don't shoot me just because I don't believe that.
To everybody. Nobody cares what you believe, but I don't believe that white folk wrote anything. I don't believe that white people are superior. I believe that we are his chosen. I believe that we are his jewels. I believe that he speaks to us individually in individual ways. That's how we get to where we need to be. I believe that he has us on a journey. Now, you believe what you want to believe. This is my belief, and I'm entitled to believe what I want to believe, because you believe that you grew up with a white Jesus, or you believe you grew up with a white word. That's I didn't grow up with white people telling me the Bible. I didn't grow up thinking that the Bible was white folk. I didn't grow up like that. So
that ain't what I said.
to assume that that's how people grew up. A lot of people
what
grew
I
up
said out of
but
context.
don't
It
believe
ain't
it's
about how I.
So I believe that
it ain't about how I
you
grew
were
up.
able to talk, right? And nobody said anything, right?
Yeah, but you just
So give me that same respect.
I'm just correcting.
Give me the same respect. You don't have to correct anything. You need to let me talk because I let you talk, right?
Yeah, she the host. She the host on this one though. She like the co-host.
Because you said I was saying something that I didn't say.
I'll let you speak. You can speak
I'm
again
done
after
with this
she
conversation.
finishes.
It's just worthless.
Yeah, because we do gotta, because like she said,
yeah, it's all good. We let it go. You mad? I'm mad too. Yeah, let's go.
I'm not mad. That's just it.
Well,
I am not mad.
told me something. You ain't told me nothing. I'm gonna deal with it on my channel. I'm gonna deal with it on my channel and get the truth out there because I don't accept it.
That's your truth. That's not anybody else's truth.
Yeah, okay, but what I'm saying makes sense. You know, if that's what you're saying is your truth too.
Okay, thank you. Exactly. Now we agree. I have my truth. Forecast. You have your truth, and the other young man, Rashid, has his truth. So everybody is.
But I'm dealing with the logic. I'm dealing with
mad because nobody believes your truth, and that's okay. That's your
you
truth.
can't say nobody. Won't you speak for yourself? Why you saying nobody?
Walk in your truth, bro. If that's what
You saying nobody. You don't know what nobody.
Truth.
All right, hold on, y'all. Hold
Walk in
on.
yours.
We gotta let.
I'm gonna deal with the subject. I know it's an allergic reaction because I said the truth about white people slapping his everything book, calling it the Bible. I don't accept it, and now you post about it, but that's too bad. It is what it is. I'm gonna keep telling the truth about it. You're not gonna stop the real truth.
Calm down, because we gotta let my brother Rashid speak. All right, so we gotta let
What's up, y'all? It's a sad world we live in, man. It's sad, man. Our people, these black churches are sad, man. How y'all, you got all these black churches voting for Kamala Harris and don't even know what they're getting themselves into, man. What's going on in this world, man?
Because the white man,
sad world.
The word for them.
Yeah, I'm gonna ask you a question.
What about mother God too? When you say he's doing this, he's doing that, it's all like I believe in God the Father and God is the mother.
But Kamisi, you gotta
think about the mother.
Hold on, Kamisi. You gotta be like, because like the thing is, like, I believe what I believe, but like they say, you leave the stuff that you disagree with, because we know what we hear, like on what we disagree, because we all agree that we need to build the stuff. We don't go to the stuff that we disagree. Like, I don't care if a brother be a Christian or something, if he's down for helping me build something, I'm not gonna be like, yo, brother, you need to stop doing, like, if it's helping him do, but he's helping me. Like, I'm not gonna come at him just to find an argument with him. That's the thing.
Definitely not. No, I just introduced him a new idea. That's all. And it sometimes when you introduce a new idea, and if it don't gel, it rubs somebody the wrong way, and then they come at you like that, and then the friction is there. I didn't introduce this idea with friction. If you look at how I first spoke this idea, there was no malice, none of that. I'm still with it.
Broadcast, can I play this clip? If you get a chance, I want you to hear this clip. If you get a chance, if it's up to you.
What clip is that?
It's going to blow your mind out that Democrats was never for black people. It's going to blow your mind up. Listen.
Hey, welcome back to the channel. It's your man Wise. I have another clip from Apostle Alton Williams. You guys got to see this. He says everything that needs to be said. There will be no additional context from me. Like, share, subscribe to the channel. And without further ado, let's go.
Big party, I'm going to say it tonight so that you won't be confused, is the Antichrist Party. It is anti-family. And I'm going to say this, you're not going to believe it, but it is anti-black folk. You are only needed for votes. You are only loved when it's time to get your votes. There's no real care about you. And see, we still stuck, and we got that thing ingrained in us that this is the party for the black man. It is not. The party has changed. Black people, really, to be honest with you, have never been the priority. They have only been used. Go back and look at the Civil Rights Act of 1964. We've all given Democrats credit for that, but Johnson was the one that wanted to pass it, but he couldn't get enough Democrat votes to pass it. It was the Republicans that pushed and passed the 1964 Civil Rights Act. Go tonight and look it up. Look at Wiki, W-I-K-I, put it in there, 1960. He couldn't even get enough Democrats to vote for it. So he had to go to Republican senators in order to help him out. They are anti-life. The party pushes stuff that's anti-life. It pushes anti-morality because most of their policies are immoral. That pushes sexual perversion. It is the party of death. Why do you say that, Pastor? If you go back, you'll see slavery started with the Democratic Party. And we saw many slaves that died. We also saw under Jim Crow. Jim Crow was established by Democrats. And we saw under Jim Crow how many were hung and lynched. And then we're seeing today how many babies, African American people are giving up their future because they won't have, in another 15, 20 years, they won't have enough people because they have cut their birth rates off and have aborted their children. This is exactly what the party wants. So it is a party of death when it comes down to it. It is a party that is against black families. Look at the history of the family from slavery, which were Democrat plantation owners in slavery. They separated our families. They would not even acknowledge the marriages of black families. They would even take a black man over here who called himself being married to a woman, but if he was a big, strong guy, they took him and made him mate with another woman. That's one of the reasons our marriages and our families have not been strong, because the spirit of that has passed down generation. We have not always had strong family structures like we should have. And we did good up in the early 1900s, 1920s, 30s. Our families were pretty good and pretty strong during that time. But what happened was they bought the war on poverty. This was Democrat. Bought the war on poverty. You know what they did? They gave money to fix a problem. So they had programs, they gave welfare, but they took one key out that they understood was the key to the family. They took the man out of the home. Ladies, we'll give you the money, but you can't have a man in your house. That means the children now were robbed of them having a father. And so that kept, once again, another policy that has hurt our families. And then even today, Black Lives Matter, which was also supported by the Democratic Party, did not. They had in their particular policies that they were against the nuclear family that had the father at the head. They did not believe in patriarchy. And so we look down through the years and we've seen the party destroy our families. And people don't see it because they don't understand truth. This is why policy is so important, because it should be about America first. That's like all of you in your homes, your home, your children, what you're responsible for has got to be first before you go and try to help everybody else. So we need to take, in order to be a blessing to other citizens from other nations, we got to take care of America first.
God bless Apostle Alton Williams. He said it all, man. The Democrat Party is the anti-Christ, anti-family, anti-black folk party. They brought your replacements over here. Dr. Clark Anderson's been talking about this for a long time. Your replacements are here.
Pause that.
Let me know what you guys think about this in the comments section.
Yup, that's fine. That's 100% facts, bro. This is real. We have been tricked and lied to. That got to be thrown in right now. You've been lied. We all have been. You know how they trick you, think that Democrats is for you? They never for us. It was all designed for us to hate each other. They don't want us to unite. They want us to bicker back and forth, cuss each other off. Democrats created that problem for us to hate each other. And we fell for it.
Rashid, I gotta say this. It's not you like what the brother was saying when he be like, when they be like the KKK and all that. It's not them. That's white people. It's not no one party that does it. It's all of them. Like when he says that and trying to say, like, because when you look at it, that's like it was all of them. It wasn't just this party was slave. It wasn't just this one. It's all of them. You know what I'm saying? And it ain't no America first. You know what I'm saying? Like the hell with all that. But no, like when he was saying that part wasn't. You know what I'm saying? Because we're not gonna be like, oh well, the Democrat was the party of slavery. No, all of their ass was the party of slavery. You know what I'm saying? Like That's just what America is. You know what I'm saying? It ain't.
But we've been under Democrats for 50 plus years. They're more than Republicans, though. You got to understand, we've been under Democrats for a long time, though.
But think about it. So when people say that, so we've been there for 50 years. What was we under before 50 years? Like when we was under the Republicans for 50 years then, like before that. So that's when it was like just as crazy, but it was in your face. That's what I'm saying. It ain't no one side or the other is
But
better.
black people was unified under Republican. Black people had strong family with Republican. Republicans didn't destroy Black Wall Street. Democrats destroyed Black Wall Street. That's look it up. Democrat had destroyed Black Wall Street.
No, that's not true, my brother. And by the way,
I got to look it up. I just say look it up. That's it.
If you look at the Black Wall Street, I will tell you right now, right? There was, for number one, they say because the black dude touched the white girl, but it was not true. It was because black people was making money, and you got to realize, like the Republican and all that stuff switched in the 60s and 70s. It's white people, but we don't separate them. They wasn't separating based off of Republicans and Democrats and all of that stuff. That, you know what I'm saying? Like, it had nothing to do with that. It was they didn't want to see black people eating.
True hurts, Kamiki Pass.
You know, that's
True hurts. You can't lie the truth. You can't tell the truth no more in this world. It's sad. You can't even tell the truth no more. You can't even tell the truth no more. Sad.
So you think the Republicans are good, Rashid?
The parties are just smoke screens.
Both of them.
I'm gonna tell you why Democrats are worse, because they don't let you be independent. Listen, Republicans let you be independent.
What has either party done for us?
There ain't no such thing as lesser of two evils, my brother. It's all evil. All of it is bad. All of it is anti-you. The Republicans want to hang you right there. The Democrats want to smile in your face and then hang you right there. Which one do you prefer? That's what the answer is. You know what I'm saying? It's always the Negro question. That's why they always go back to the same thing over and over. It's the Negro question. What do we do with these Negroes? It don't matter which side it is. You know what I'm saying? It ain't no worser. You know what I'm saying?
Right. You might have Republicans that say they want to restore the family, right? You say the Democrat, but they don't care about the black family. Still realize the devil, no matter what party he's in, he's still the white man. And I don't even want to use the word devil because that's a religious term, but you know what I mean. He's the evil.
Why can't we just be independent then? That's what I'm saying. I don't know why we can't just be independent. One thing I hate about our people, they want to come at you. If you don't vote for Kamala, it's all man Trump. I vote for Trump. Man, get out of here. I hate that. Queen, I hate that, Queen. But I salute you, Queen. You speak nothing but the truth. Sometimes I be listening to you, Queen. You have me quiet sometimes, Queen. You be having me crying sometimes because you be speaking that fire. You be spitting that fire, Queen.
Thank you.
Real talk. You be spitting that truth, and I love that for him from the ladies' mouth. That's woke.
It's all about truth. That's what we.
That's you stand on. That's why I love you, sis. You got my respect to the day I die. I got my love for you.
Thank you. Yeah, but I still think that we need our own political party. I think we are the only one that's going to free us. We have to be separate. We have to, what's good, know what's good for us. And even if we don't agree on the religious part of it, we still have to believe on our freedom. And that's what it's all about. It's not about the religion, not about this, that, or the other. It's about us being free. And what is it going to take for us to be free from them?
Right, and this is what I say. Like, if we want to talk about like voting, you're gonna have to put your money behind the candidate before you even talk about voting for somebody. But I'm like, yo, if we want to do it, we can take successful black business people and vote for the most successful ones to represent us, and we all be like putting our money. Well, make sure they're transparent and stuff, but make sure they put their money into black businesses where we donate our own stuff within our own groups. You know what I'm saying? We even give money to the. I agree, like. Negroes is tripping about the Democrats, you know what I'm saying? They are just as like bad, you know what I'm saying? But they are white people is white people, you know what I'm saying? There ain't no difference between them, you know what I'm saying? It's no good white people, you know what I'm saying? There ain't none of your friends.
Ain't no such thing good white people. They all in it. Can't get rid of their white privilege. All white people are racist because they can't get rid of that white privilege.
But just understand, when they vote, they put money behind it. White folk don't vote like that. Mexicans and Spanish and Asians don't vote. They put their money behind the candidate and they get laws passed. That's what we have to do. Instead of us voting, we put money behind a candidate, our own, and they pass laws, get laws passed for us. We have to put our stuff out there. What do we expect? We can't put them in office and then give them a list. We have to give them that list and make them sign, an agreement that when you get in office, this is how much money we're putting behind you. This is what we expect from you. And when they don't do it, then they have to deal with us. And they get that jungle justice because we put money behind you. So we expecting you to do something for us. But if we're not putting money behind anything, then nobody's going to do anything for us because everybody puts money behind their candidates. All right.
Yeah, fast.
It's like black people, like black women, they raise like over millions and millions of dollars for Kamala Harris. I was shocked.
Ain't that something?
That's sad, but they can't build up to their community. Who does that? That's how sad it is.
Your own school for that.
You could create your own community. You could have your own school, hospital, and all that.
Exactly.
Big market, everything.
Exactly.
How stupid we are. Come on, now admit your illness.
I think we say no reparations, no vote. People say they're not going to give us reparations. No, they're not going to give you reparations, but they'll do what we make them do. Now, if we cancel Christmas, cancel Thanksgiving, we cancel all these holidays.
Exactly. Yes.
And I use this analogy right here. If you got Verizon service or T-Mobile, if all they do is send you the phone bill, you ain't paid the phone bill. And all they do is send you the bill, and they don't never turn off the phone. But they keep sending you the bill, but I ain't paid the bill in about 3 months, but they ain't turned the phone off. You ain't got no incentive to ever pay that bill. Finally, when they say this is the final notice before we terminate service, all right, they about to terminate service. You're gonna come up with that money. You're gonna pay that bill. Well, that's the same thing with black people. We've been serving America. We've been serving them. All right, we have never threatened to terminate service. We keep telling, we know that they know, that we know that they know that they owe us reparations. They owe us. They know it. They know the bill. We ain't got to keep sending the bill. Time to terminate service. That's when they know that we're serious. But that requires sacrifice that we don't want to make, unfortunately.
Yeah, I mean that's like be like, yo, I'll give you this gift card, and you keep my lights on. But yeah, I agree with you. You want to say something, Rashid?
Yeah, we were saying, yeah, man. And like Kamichi Fox was saying, man, we don't never boycott holiday. We just give them our money. They could do us all kind of ways. We complain, but why complain? Hold on to your money. That's one thing we don't do. We don't practice group economics. That's what I'm saying. It bothers me every day that I hate when black people complain, but you go ahead, you gonna go back anyway, give your money to them. Keep them rich. Why about hold your money and don't celebrate none of them holidays? They will finally respect you. Why should they give us reparations? They know you're gonna go back to spend with them, give all that money back to them. They know you're going to support their holiday. And why should I? I wouldn't give you no reparations either because you're going to continue, let us do you dirty. You're going to continue to keep coming back to us, run back to us, and you never hold us accountable. And why should I? If I keep getting money out of you, why should I look out for you? And you can't hold me accountable. We don't hold no other race accountable how we hold each other accountable. That's the problem in this country. Because they have programmed you to be cowards. They knew how you install apps. They installed in your brain to be coward and be afraid of the white Europeans. That's sad, bro. But we can fight each other 24/7 and argue back and forth. But we don't have no smoke for the white man or woman. That's sad, bro. That's why we are being laughed at and being shit on. That's why they can do anything they want because they know we ain't gonna do nothing about it. All we gonna do is argue, bicker back and forth, and not doing nothing about it. It's about action. So right now, we got. I'm gonna keep saying to it. Day I die, we got. We gotta create our own. This is our last stopping ground. Is unite or die or separate. That thing to do is separate from the wicked and create your own. Okay, it can be done. Because at the end of the day, all we will out here is excuse. We can't do it. It can't be done. We're afraid that they're gonna come down and destroy the Wall Street. That's coward. Come on, that is so damn coward. That's all I hear talking about. It can't be done, because all they're going to do is bomb it again. They're going to destroy it again. Come on with that. That's right. Come on, man. That's right. Everybody else, every other country, like every nation that come over here, they get respect. They do their own thing. You don't see them giving their wealth to us. They ain't sharing their wealth, but we continue to make everybody richer but us. Where we gonna start looking out for us? But us. Where we gonna start saying enough is enough? Stop giving your money to these groups that don't like you. How dumb and stupid. We're no different than the Down syndrome people. We're no different than them. They're not even by themselves. We just as dumb as like them. Because we continue to give our money to these Europeans, Chinese, Koreans, Arab. When we gonna wake up and stop being black folks and do for self? Stop being a player, be yourself, love yourself. You got the best melanin skin on the planet. Stop being ashamed of yourself. You've been programmed to think that you ain't nothing. You're the best thing on the planet. Love yourself. Stop being ashamed of yourself. It bothers me. People are so anti-black in this country. It's sad, bro. It's an embarrassment to live on this planet, bro. It's a shame, man. Gotta wake up, everything is evil, 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 evil. Well, I'm gonna wake up with happy and smile and love and build and come and live the life I'm supposed to live. It's a sad world we live in, man. It gotta change, man. Only us could do it. Nobody else not gonna do it for us. We don't have no friends on our line. John Henry Clark said that I said so. We don't have no friends. And stop looking towards the white man in them to help you. They're not gonna help us. We gotta help each other and do it for self. And stop looking towards people for their hands out. We could create our own. We spend them at $2 trillion a year. We could, you know what you could do with that money? All that black churches, they get billions and billions. You could create your own damn community with that damn money. No excuse. No, I'm tired of hearing that too, bro. We don't have no money, but everybody can come in our community and get richer, 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 richer. Everybody can get rich off us, like Chinese, Koreans, Puerto Ricans, Latinos, Arab, and just do anything they want to. Disrespect you, talk down on you, look at you all ground and evil. And come on, man, wake the hell up. Man and woman need to wake the fuck up. We all we got, my brothers. That's all I can care. I believe in working together. I believe in nature. That's what I believe in. And I don't know about y'all, but I know I stand on unity. Is unite or die. It's either or. We don't stand together. Or we don't come together and unite. We're doomed. We're done as a people. That's all I can say. And I pass my mic.
Yeah, salute. Appreciate you coming on here, my brother. I appreciate from hearing from you too, Rashid.
Anytime, brother. Podcast. Love my love, brother. Podcast.
Yeah, all love.
I was glad to talk to y'all too, Queen. Good to hear from you too, Queen.
Absolutely. Good to hear from you, bro.
And Kamisi, I appreciate you coming on here and staying on here too, my brother. For real. Like, yeah, and I be listening to your lives. You be going in. I ain't go front. But
I love when Kamichi Fox go in because he got that matching in him. That we need more brothers like Kamichi Fox. Not afraid to speak the truth. I respect Kamichi Fox. He got my respect to the day I die. I love that brother. My love for Kamichi Fox.
I was watching me through broadcast. I knew it's like forecast, but I didn't know how to. I'm just glad I found it. Y'all build on the reality. Y'all keep it on the level. Y'all see clearly. Like I said, I'm just trying to introduce another level because I just think that I want us to be 1,000% free. And I'm just like I said, I'm presenting a question. It's just a question. I would just. I encourage us to at least just think about it. If you don't want to think about it, fine. If you're fixed on it, fine. Let somebody else might want to think about it. They might want to talk to me. We might can level on that right there because I think that's a stronghold too. I'm trying to break every chain, and I'm not going to stop. I'm going to try to break that chain. That's all.
I definitely appreciate you, my brother, for real. I salute you, my brother, for coming on here. Cassidra, so what you think about everything today?
Hey, I think it's all about truth. Like I said, it's all about truth. It'll always be about truth. And these are conversations that we need to have in our community. And it's about just waking people up. Everybody has their own way of waking, everybody has their own part. Kaminsky, you do your part. Forecast is doing his part. I'm doing my part. And Rashid, you doing your part. So everybody has a little part of the puzzle to put together. And it's everybody is doing their part. I have no time to worry about how somebody else is doing their part. It's all about me doing what I was born to do and what I was put on this earth to do. And that's what I'm here to do. And it's gonna be done regardless.
Facts.
Yeah, facts. And you know me, I ain't got like well, my brother Rashid said it, you know, we all we got, you know. I'm gonna let this brother have my last word here.
When black people like me talk to the slaves, they didn't kill him. They sent some old house Negro along behind him to undo what he said. You have to read the history of slavery to understand this. There were two kinds of Negroes. There was that old house Negro and the field Negro. And the house Negro always looked out for his master. When the field Negroes got too much out of line, he held them back in check. He put them back on the plantation. The house Negro could afford to do that because he lived better than the field Negro. He ate better, he dressed better, and he lived in a better house. He lived right up next to his master in the attic or the basement. He ate the same food his master ate and wore his same clothes. And he could talk just like his master, good diction. And he loved his master more than his master loved himself. That's why he didn't want his master hurt. If the master got sick, he'd say, "What's the matter, boss? We sick?" When the master's house caught a fire, he'd try and put the fire out. He didn't want his master's house burned. He never wanted his master's property threatened. And he was more defensive of it than the master was. That was the house Negro. But then you had some field Negroes who lived in huts, had nothing to lose. They wore the worst kind of clothes, they ate the worst food, and they caught hell. They felt the sting of the lash. They hated their master. Oh, yes, they did. If the master got sick, they prayed that the master died. If the master's house caught a fire, they prayed for a strong wind to come along. This was the difference between the two. And today you still have house Negroes and field Negroes.
Hold on, I'm sorry, I gotta do this one last one.
But being
It's
friendly.
also can't miss with Malcolm. His words are like bullets of truth every time.
There are many whites who act friendly toward Negroes. A fox acts
If you think there's any
friendly
difference.
toward the lamb. And usually the fox is the one who ends up with the lamb chop on his plate. The wolf doesn't act friendly. And therefore the wolf has more difficulty in getting the lamb chop in his plate.
I'd like to point out, though, that
I say that because it is usually if you study the structure of the Negro community, economically, politically, civically, psychologically, and otherwise, it's controlled by the white liberal, who usually poses as the friend of the Negro, who actually differs from the white conservative in the same way that the fox differs from the wolf. Their appetite is the same. Their motives are the same. It's only their mannerisms and methods that differ.
There you go. So, you know, I hope y'all understand that. Maybe we will. It was 70 years, so we got 130 years left before we stop voting Democrat. That's not too bad.
That's what it sound like.
That's not too bad.
That's what it sound like, huh?
All right, y'all. So I appreciate all of y'all for coming on here, and we will be back next Wednesday at 8:30 with Cassidra. I appreciate you for doing this, all these lives for real, Cassidra. So I appreciate your time. I know it's super late. My bad.
I'm having fun. I'm loving every minute of it. Thank you for inviting me.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I enjoy being on your platform too, brother Forecast.
Yeah, shouts out to Rashid, shout out to Kamisi. I appreciate y'all, brothers. Bukhari, he must have went back and listened to the beginning and got mad and left. But that's all right. I love him anyway. Shouts out to Raw. Shouts out to my brother Anthony and everybody, Matron and everybody else. You know, as always, we have got to start standing for something, or we're gonna keep falling for anything.
Facts.
Facts. Peace.